We are kicking things off with a massive showdown in college football. ACC athletic directors and coaches just slammed several folding chairs into Notre Dame's back during their spring meetings, labeling the Irish with words like pathetic and 100% arrogance. We dive into the escalating tension surrounding the Notre Dame USC rivalry and what this outburst reveals about the shifting power dynamics in college football right now. On the Notre Dame USC rivalry and the strategic moves that are reshaping the landscape for the Fighting Irish. We explore why the rivalry is so important and what the future holds for this iconic matchup. Don't miss the rest of the story. Stay with us for more. The rivalry dynamics between Notre Dame and USC are heating up, with recent criticisms against Notre Dame's perceived arrogance and special treatment by the College Football Playoff Committee validating USC's position. Following recent outbursts from ACC officials criticizing Notre Dame, described by some as pathetic and arrogant, the narrative is shifting, suggesting the Irish are receiving undue advantages. The friction stems from Notre Dame's history of navigating independence, which has resulted in perceived preferential treatment from the CFP and the ACC. This sentiment is amplified by Notre Dame's public complaints regarding the ACC backing Miami over them in the 2025 CFP debate. In the context of the rivalry, while no game is scheduled for 2026, reports suggest ongoing talks to revive the series. Analysis indicates that the shift in negotiation power favors USC. USC sought to move the out-of-conference game to an earlier slot, arguing that playing Notre Dame every year made their schedule overly demanding. Notre Dame, however, reportedly maintained a firm stance. Play the rivalry as is or not at all, expecting USC to concede. The current atmosphere suggests that Notre Dame's entitlement, stemming from their independence and perceived special status, is being challenged. The ACC is reportedly growing frustrated with Notre Dame's behavior, leading to internal discussions about whether to issue an ultimatum regarding conference affiliation. USC's continued involvement in the rivalry is now seen as a strategic move, potentially incentivized by the ACC pushing Notre Dame out of the conference structure. The situation highlights a broader trend in college football, where a singular program's ability to maintain independence is becoming increasingly untenable in a more centralized landscape, suggesting that future developments, such as a 24-team playoff, may further reshape the landscape of program affiliations. Notre Dame Jr/SR High School is preparing for its upcoming commencement ceremony for the class of 2026. The school recently celebrated its baccalaureate mass on May 8th at Holy Redeemer Catholic Church. The official commencement ceremony is scheduled to take place on Saturday, May 16th, at 1:00 p.m. in the Notre Dame Jr/SR High School gymnasium. Principal J.D. Mackenzie and school board president Richard Kielmer will be responsible for awarding diplomas to the 26 graduating students. The event marks a significant milestone for the students as they conclude their high school education. Class of 2026 commencement feature: Amanda and Eddie Soto at the University of Notre Dame. The couple's journey to Notre Dame Law School was shaped by independent paths before converging during 1L orientation, leading to a relationship that blossomed over time. They were married in Spain during their 3L year and are now preparing to return to Florida as partners. Eddie's path to law was driven by a search for meaning. influenced by his time studying economics at Northwestern University and his subsequent coaching career. He sought a vocation where he could make a positive impact, ultimately finding direction after considering his calling 2 years post-college. Amanda's decision to attend Notre Dame Law School was a clear affirmation, as it was the first school she was accepted to after attending Florida International University. This choice carried deep personal significance, linking back to her family's connection to Notre Dame football, which held cultural importance following her emigration from Cuba. Both found Notre Dame Law School appealing due to its academic rigor, Catholic mission, and emphasis on personal formation. They credited the faculty for shaping their experiences. Eddie highlighted Professor Jeffrey Pojanowski as a mentor who encouraged him to attend, suggesting a strong chance of finding a partner at Notre Dame. At the school, both were deeply involved in campus life. Eddie contributed to the Notre Dame Law Review and engaged with organizations like the Federalist Society and the St. Thomas More Society. Amanda focused on community building, serving as president of the Women's Legal Forum, treasurer of the Student Bar Association, and holding various editorial and clinic roles, distinguishing herself as the 2025-26 Lardy Scholarship Award recipient. Looking forward, Amanda will clerk for Chief Justice Carlos G. Muñoz and pursue trust and estate law, while Eddie plans clerkships with the Honorable Rodolfo A. Ruiz and Robert J. Luck, aiming for a career in litigation. The couple is also expecting their first child in December. Reflecting on their time at Notre Dame, Amanda and Eddie emphasized that being a different kind of lawyer means recognizing that the profession is about being formed as a person, a servant to the client, and the system, prioritizing faith. Their shared commitment to formation is set to guide their future together. Quarterback Logan Lucero has secured a significant offer from the University of Notre Dame, marking him as the first quarterback in the 2029 class to receive an Irish offer. The development came after quarterback coach Gino Guidugli visited Parish Episcopal in Dallas last week. Lucero expressed deep personal significance regarding the offer, citing family ties to the Catholic institution. "It meant a lot," Lucero told Channel YouTube, adding that the offer represented a long-sought goal. He noted that while he holds interest from several major programs including Georgia, Michigan, Oklahoma, Tennessee, Auburn, Ole Miss, and Arkansas, Notre Dame's approach made this offer stand out. Lucero highlighted the unique nature of the opportunity, stating, "I think I was the first 2029 quarterback they offered, so that meant a lot. It's definitely a ride that is unique, and I don't think a lot of people are able to experience." Beyond the recruitment aspect, Lucero was particularly impressed by Coach Guidugli, describing him as more than just a coach. "I think he's just a genuine person. He's not just a great coach. He's just a better person. He's someone fun to be around," Lucero shared, emphasizing the value of such personal investment. The next phase of his journey involves potentially visiting South Bend this summer to explore the opportunity further. Lucero is excited about the prospect of experiencing the campus culture, including visits to Touchdown Jesus and the Grotto. Currently, Lucero's focus remains on his development at Parish Episcopal, with the team aiming for another state championship season. He stressed that, when making future decisions, factors like coaches who invest in him and the overall development potential of the school will be paramount. Lucero is taking a measured approach, indicating there is no rush, and he is waiting for the right timing to make a final decision.